Hey. Welcome to tonight's Banter show with myself, Bec Campbell, the Australian psychic barber. You can call me a psychotic barber if you want. I'll take either. So how is everybody? I haven't seen you for a couple of weeks. It's been really busy in the land of mediumship. And I've had a few shows here and there, a couple in Sydney, a few down here. So it's all good. It's all ramping up for the Christmas period as we head into the new year. So I just want to know how you guys are. How is everybody? Hi, David. How are you? I was actually looking at a picture of you and your fiance, showing it to Bec yesterday, I think it was. Watching your big trek. You got more energy than I have, Dave. And yeah, you are one of my favorites, of course. Wendy, how you going? Francis, how you going? Need to talk to you about February for that paranormal date. Nellie, how you going? Hi, Lisa, how are you? Thanks for your mug. You're welcome. I've got mine here with me too. Cheers. Happy Sunday, everybody. 2 weeks today, David. Where's she from? I'm sorry, I don't know her name. I'll just call her Mrs. David. Very cool. Christy, how are you? Hi, Lyndall. Hey, I've got why is it coming up under Adrian? That's really cool. I found a book for your mum the other day. It's actually signed Glenn, so I need to send that up to you. Bathurst, Mel. Hi, Mel. Hi, Pamela. Look at you guys jumping on. It's so awesome to see you. Now, before I forget, let me tell you some exciting news that's coming up. So from January, I think, or February, March, I can't remember now. Such a brain fart. But anyway, I will be working from Sydney one weekend out of each month. Okay. I will pop all those details up. I'll be working from, I can never pronounce this, I always get it wrong, Campbelltown. Okay. I'll be working from Campbelltown. So yeah, I'll be working from there. And it'll be one weekend a month. And I'll also be doing some shows up there as well. So it's going to be really exciting. We had an event up there not long ago with Rachel Grace from Grace Academy, and went really, really well. And we had that much of a good time, and we had the most incredible response that we thought, hey, let's do this on a regular basis. So really looking forward to that. Tonight, actually tomorrow morning at like 5 a.m., I'm actually on the platform for Lilydale Spiritualist Church in New York State. So I will pop the details of that up a little bit later. If you're game enough to wake up at that time and pay your $20 access, you can see that. It's going to be really nice to work with some international mediums. You know, they always bring some beautiful messages to the platform, and always a really pleasure to work with. So very excited about that. And it is a fundraiser as well. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Then I'm back in Mackay. 2 shows in Mackay coming up around the end of January. I think it's the 21st, 22nd January, around about then. And then the week later, I have 2 shows on the Gold Coast at a winery. I've put the details up for that as well. So we're going to do that also. And in between that, we're going to run our paranormal investigation at the Lighthouse Museum. So there's so much going to be happening, and I can't wait. And somewhere in between all of that, I might actually get my Oracle deck finished. So who knows, guys? That's what's happening with me. How about you? Hey, Kira, how you going? Kate, haven't heard from you for ages. You love the blue? Why, thank you. This is one of my vintage ties and the shirt, and I just thought, it's either going to clash or it's going to kind of look cool. So I'll let you guys decide that. Whether it's cool or clashy. Hi, Liz. Merry Christmas. My hair is amazing as always. It's getting long, isn't it? Yes. Crazy. Now, before I because I'm good at it, I have some gift vouchers as well. Okay. Gift vouchers. I'm going to give away a couple of aura readings on tonight's show. Okay, I haven't thought of the questions yet, but they'll be good. I promise they'll be good ones. Or I might just pick somebody as well. So these are going to be for 2 aura readings, but I do have these available if you want to give some guidance to a loved one for the Christmas period. So 2 aura readings are going up for grabs on tonight's show. So keep your ears out. There you go. David, you. Okay, have I missed anybody? Rebecca, how you going? Hey there. Now, I was thinking about you, Marquise. What's going on in your world? And we need to catch up. So, yeah, I just want to send out some love to a little man tonight. I'm not going to name names. I'm just going to call him a little man who has been diagnosed with COVID. And I just want to send some prayers out to him and his family. And I just want everybody to keep him in their thoughts as well, because it's a hard trek. You know, he's doing okay at the moment, but still, you know, I don't like to hear of anybody suffering with anything. And this family is very dear to my heart. And yeah, we're going to send out some love to them tonight as well. So that's really sad news. But, you know, I guess it happens. You know, this pandemic is real and people are getting affected by it. But there you go. Mr. Snape, how are you? I miss you too. I don't even know where you are these days. Between you and Jamie, I have got no idea. So what's everybody been up to? Has everybody done their Christmas shopping? We finished some of ours. Raya's is finished. We've done all hers. And have no idea what to get the professor. No idea. I'm usually pretty cluey with gifts, but he's at Hogwarts. Your life's too messy. Sending prayers. Oh, done. Thank you. Oh, look at you guys. Finished. He's at Hogwarts. Finished shopping. Started holidays. Oh wow, Jess. We still got another week. Another week, and then we're heading up. Oh, that's good, Sam. I'm glad you got some worry dolls. Yeah, I think I told you about the little boy, didn't I, that came into my shop asking for a worry doll for his worry doll. Must have thought he'd worried them all out. But yeah, they're really good for kids that have got nightmares and things like that. Oh, Kira, I hope you can go to the USA tomorrow too. I hope that, yeah, look, yeah, we did have a few international trips planned next year. And at the moment, with this new variant, we have no idea what's going on. Yes, so yeah, that's really interesting. Yes, we are. We are going. We're going to Canberra, and we'll be spending New Year's Eve in Sydney, and slowly making our way back. We were supposed to be going to WA, but thank you to the Border Patrol, that's not going to happen for some time, which is shitty, really crappy bum. But anyway, you were all really well. That's cool. Now, don't forget to share on this show, right? And tonight I'm going to be reading with some really cool cards, if I can grab them. That's good that you work Christmas Eve. It keeps you out of trouble. Okay, so now while I've got you guys, while I've got you on, if you know of a venue that would host me, or be happy hosting me in your area, can you let me know? Because I am hoping to travel interstate a lot more next year and get around to see you guys. So if anybody knows anybody that either has a shop where they could like a new age shop, or a yoga studio, or any event, even a hotel. I'm actually heading over to South Australia as well. That's going to be a really cool event. I just haven't locked in the dates yet. But where we're going is it's going to be in an old jail, Fremantle jail, I think it is. I can't remember, but it's an old jail, and it's got accommodation there as well, so you can stay overnight, and have a really cool experience. So that's the South Australia event. That's going to be really cool. So there you go. Everybody's putting up here. Yeah, Liz, I got your email. I'm just looking into that. So I'm not quite sure. Just having a look. Okay. Shall we do some readings, guys? I have this beautiful deck here, of mediumship cards by Tonya Reeves that she sent me. And these are really pretty. I love these. Kiara, I'm actually booked in to Mackay, for, let me just pull my diary up. I'll just have a quick look and I'll be able to tell you exactly when. I've got to go to January, so just bear with me. January. Oops, I think I went past it. So from it'll be Friday the 21st and Saturday the 22nd in Mackay, and then there'll be a reading day, a couple of reading days booked in there as well. So that's January the 21st and 22nd. I'll be up that way, and then the following week on Friday the 28th and Saturday the 29th, I'm actually at Paneski Winery, on the Gold Coast. So that's going to be really cool as well. So there you go. That's what's happening. Pretty cool. Hi, how you going? Let me see. So that's January, and I'm also, I think it's the 11th of February. I'm in Sydney. Probably doing a show in Sydney on the 11th or the 12th of February. I'll be up there as well. So yeah, it's all happening up there. The cat's trying to break the door open. So yeah, there you go. Hi Katrina, how are you? I just pulled my earring out. What a daub. Yeah, so if anybody wants to do that, then let me know. Would love a reading, lost a key, and would love any guidance on finding it. Oh my God, Mary, I'm the queen of losing keys, king, queen, whatever you floats your boat. March. Hi Naz, how are you? Nadine, how are you going? Kiara, hi. Message cards, highly recommended. They are, Sam, they're amazing. They haven't been on for, still managing the chaos in life. Great hearing you. Pamela. A ball fell off my earring. Hey Claire, from the UK. I bet it's nice and cold there. Jennifer Brown, how you going? All right, let's do some readings, hey? let's see what's going on here. All right, I'm going to go because I know that it's, what time is it now? Early morning in the UK. Claire, where are you from? Let's do your reading. So I have these cards here. Tony's a beautiful friend of mine, and let's have a look. See what comes up. Yeah, it would be freezing, but that's okay. It's a different kind of cold. Hi, old mom. I haven't rang you. I'm sorry. It's just been so busy. All right. The knowledge gained through passing is immense. Okay, Claire. The knowledge through passing is immense. Okay, and this talks about when somebody passes over. I guess it really makes you have a look at the meaning of somebody to you, and the meaning of their life. And if you're the one that's actually passing over, prior to passing, you do have that reflective state as well. I guess you do withdraw to a certain point where you reflect on your life and what you've done, and what you've been doing, and how it's played out. How have your footsteps been planted on this earth, and what difference have you made? And all of this, I guess, is knowledge in one way or another. But this is just reminding you, Claire, that even though loved ones have passed on, they're not gone. But there is certainly lessons in it, and it certainly brings up a lot of emotions in us, if that makes sense. And this is just what I'm getting from this card on top of Tonya's message. She's done the artwork herself, by the way. I think it's really cute. I love it. But if you actually have a look, it's almost like a soul ascension, coming up to that symbol of religion and faith and hope and all of that sort of stuff. But it's just saying, the knowledge that is gained through passing is immense. And, for all of us living, we all still have that to get through or get to. So, don't give up on life. And I say to every single person, it's not about what you can get to have and to hold in regards to physical stuff. Life is about, experiencing things. And, I've just been sort of like looking at, what to get family for Christmas and things like that. And, so many of them, when you get to a certain age, there's so many things that you've already done, or so much stuff you already have, and you don't really need any more of anything. And so I've sort of been looking at, giving people an experience. And so that's what I've decided to do for my loved ones for Christmas, is to actually give them an experience rather than a something, because I know for a fact that when people pass over, it's the memories they take with them, not their cars or their big wallets or their houses and all of that sort of stuff that gets left behind, but the memories stay. So this is just a reminder, Claire, to just reflect on the lessons that you've learned, and know that your loved ones are never far away. So keep warm. Sir, I'm actually, look, I'm gonna put it up here. Mackay, Queensland, is January. I think it's where did it go? So you can copy it down. I will post the artwork though, so you don't have to freak out or anything like that. It's the I think it's going to be around about the 20th to the 23rd. I think. '20th to the 23rd of January. There you go. I'm putting it up here. Okay. And then the Gold Coast. Shows. Pan. I better get this right, otherwise I'm having a big shit. Panaski. Where is it? I need a secretary. I'm having a brain fart right now. Oh, that's what I need. Paneski Winery, Friday the 28th and Saturday the 29th. There you go. Friday the 28th. Why is that not doing that? NSK Winery. I think there's a price with that one, but it's 28th. Oops, not 289th. 29th of January. And then I'm in Sydney. And in Sydney, Campbell MPBL Town, February 11th, March the 11th. All right, there you go. I've whacked them up. Okay, there you go. But I will put it up there. Adrian, you're that's so smart. Is that Campbelltown? Yes, it is. Did I spell it wrong? I don't know. Anyway, that's just so far. Now that you'll have to, I'll have to. That's going to be booked in through Grace Crystals. So yeah. It's just going to be so fun. Fun in the sun. Oh, I've got a cramp in my little finger. Okay. Where are we going? I'm gonna go here. Nadine. Look at this. I got itchy face again. I've been doing my Japanese art again, and I'm so allergic to it, and it makes me get itchies. So I haven't got zits or anything like that. But yeah, it's all fun. I have to tell you something funny. Today we went shopping. We came home and Thomas was waiting at the back door for us trying to get in. Like it must be the only turtle that we know like knocks on the door to get in. Yes, it will be Campbelltown. Yeah, will be some really cool work there, some good shows there. So I've gone to Nadine. Hey, and I am calm and my mind is free. So this is telling me the message from Spirit is that you need to calm your mind a little bit. Okay, it's a little bit hectic now. I know that the world is winding down for a Christmas period and the holiday period. I know that everything can be hustle and bustle. However, what I am being told is that you need to settle, find that time to just settle your mind a little bit, because you do get a little bit flustered from time to time and try and do too many things at once. So Spirit's just sending you a gentle reminder, just to calm your mind, and just find that balance. Get out in nature a little bit in between your work breaks, and just ground yourself, bring that energy down. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's really funny. So there you go. Claire, you have a question here. Let me have a look and see what this says. Can you tell me how long it takes for a person who passed away to communicate with mediums? Because my mother-in-law passed away last week. I will say to you immediately, as soon as they cross the veil, they are able to communicate with us. And I know this because a dear friend of mine is a medium, and she had her brother-in-law, her son-in-law, come to her, and she thought it was really bizarre. And it was about 10 minutes later that the phone rang, that she got the news that her son-in-law had passed in a motorcycle accident. So immediately, it's like one door closes and another door opens. So yeah, they are able to be picked up immediately. They might go a little bit quiet for a time in between, but yeah, they're usually there as soon as the passing happens. That's my belief and my experience with it anyway. Emma Fisher, how are you? So, Where are we going? I'm trying to. Where am I going, Spirit? What do you want me to do? Okay, Bec, I'm going to go here. Oh, that's so sad. All right, so let's have a look and get one of these cards for you. Okay, so this one's I stand by the choices that I have made. Okay, this is a great one. I love this card. And I think that the artwork in it is really pretty. It's very simple, but it makes sense. And the one thing that we sometimes back up on, or the one things that we have regrets on, are the choices in our lives. And I always say to people that there's no mistakes in life, there's just lessons, right? Because you made the choice at that time because it was the right choice. You didn't make that choice at that time because it was the wrong choice. And so there's no reason for you to have regrets for it later, because you would have had an experience with it. Okay, and at that minute, at that moment, you loved that person, or you wanted that trip, or you wanted to buy that dress, or whatever it was the right choice for you at that time. Otherwise you would not have made it. Okay, so you don't come back and go, oh my God, I have that regrets. Life's about not having any regrets. Life's just about accepting, accepting the things we can't change and embracing the things that we can to help us grow and to move forward. So this card that's coming up for you, Bec, is just to stand by the choices that you make. Don't justify the reasons why. Just stand in those choices, believe in them, and know that they are there for the right reason in that right moment. Okay, so I'm going to leave that with you because I think that's a really valuable lesson for everybody, not just yourself, which is really cool. Okay, David, one for you and Mel. Let's have a look. A couple's card. Oh, you could have called it Tommy. It could have been Thomasina. How funny. Beck, you just wrote tits. That's hilarious. You just wrote tits. That's so funny. Okay, David and Mel. Oh, okay. It's a card here that says home. Okay, which is kind of fitting for you guys, where things are. It was my time. I agreed on this before birth. Okay, so this is just a reaffirmation card of everything happening in divine timing. Okay, when people pass over, it was their time. Some people say my number was called. Some people say my job here is done. Whatever it is, it's all in divine time. It's all been worked out prior, and we've all agreed to it on a soul level. And so this particular card is just letting you guys know too that the home that you're creating, and the thing that stands out for me, I have to show it to you. The thing that stands out for me is this circle. It's not completed, but that it's it's so hard to do it backwards that way. That it's circular, and that it's in one piece, and it's got home in the middle. So it has to be the love and the blessings and the faith and everything. It's just showing me that the connection and the relationship that you're dealing with at the present time is being looked over by those in spirit, and that any movement forward, don't push, because it will happen in divine time. So sending you lots of love, and I think that's a really nice card for you guys, and it's so nice, David, to see you happy. So there you go. Avril. The amount of passings that I've heard in the last week alone have been just incredible. It's and some of them, might have been COVID related. I'm not quite sure. But it's been uncanny. It's been uncanny. Mum, I know you're listening. Gina, Taylor and Cooper's grandmother, passed away. All right, let's have a look here. Here we go. Did I read that other card? Oh, I'm going to confuse myself. Avril, did I read for you? I don't think I did. I'm such a dick. Oh, you did hear that. Okay. Avril, I don't think I read for you. Can you just say yes or no? But anyway, if I did, well, I'm being told to read again. So here's a card. I didn't. Okay, good. Whew. All right. Here's your card, yin and yang. All right. The horse in power, of course. We will be together again. In the meantime, embrace life so I can join you for the ride. Okay. So I can join you for the ride. So this is referencing a female in your life that would have passed over. And I am just being guided to tell you that that person, is waiting on the other side, but just wants you to keep going and keep moving forward. You can't stop living your life just because somebody has passed into the next. You both have to journey a little bit away so that eventually you come back together. And, I think that, we all have that missing somebody that we love. We all have that. So I think for you, this is just about getting on with life, and you never get over grief. You might learn to gain tools that will help you move forward with it, but you never really truly get over it. Okay. And it will, it flares its head from time to time, and you might get upset, and then it might settle down a bit. And when birthdays and anniversary dates and celebrations and things like that happen, then you do get a little bit teary and a little bit like, oh, I wish they were here. Oh, that's perfectly normal. Okay, because you had such an impact in your life. And when people are in your lives and they're so special, and then suddenly through death or passing or through situations or circumstances, you suddenly find that you have that grief raising its head. And that can be anything from a passing to the loss of a potential friendship, or the loss of an associate, or a loss of a job, or anything. Grief is grief. It doesn't have a definite label on it. And so this is the message. Just please, Avril, you're saying it's your little girl. Bless your heart. And you know what? I'm going to throw out an aura reading for you. I'm going to put it here. One for you, my love. And put that in the mails. Just send me your address, please, and we'll sort that out for you. But just remember, she's always there. Okay, Errol, got your name on there. There you go. Right, yo. Who's on next? Who's on second? Let's have a look. Hi, Kim. Hi, Paula. Jess. Okay. Don't forget, guys, if you have no clue what to buy somebody for Christmas, I do have reading vouchers available. I had my graphic designer do this really funky picture of me. I love it because it looks like I'm about 30 kilos lighter than I am. So, hey, I'm down for the vouchers. Hi, Martin. Hi, Renee. So, who's just joined us? Keep checking out my Facebook page. Keep checking out my website, because there'll be stuff going up through January, February, March of where I'm going to be. I'll be in Queensland. I'll be in New South Wales as well. There's a probability that I'll be heading over to Tasmania at some stage if I can get in there, because I've been invited to go over to Tassie. And yeah, we'll just see. I'm not sure the international borders are going to open up just yet, UK and Canada, but we will get there as soon as we can. Okay, Jennifer. Let's have a look here. Now, before I forget, because I'm so useless, I have to be up at 5 o'clock to do this show in New York. I just want to wish my mum a happy birthday for tomorrow. It's her birthday tomorrow, and I haven't put anything in the mail, Mum, but I do have you a present, and I'll be calling you about it a little bit later. So I have a present for you, and I think you're going to like it. If you don't, I can't do anything about it. How much does it cost for me to do a card? A one card reading? I can't remember. $25? No, I can't remember. Yes, anyway, there you go, Rob the Reader. She's a Sagittarian, yeah. If you go to my website, Paula, you'll be able to see all the costs there for my readings. So Jennifer, getting back to you, I need to come in here and pull this card. Oh my goodness, it's the same card I pulled before. The knowledge gained through passing is immense, okay? The knowledge gained through passing is immense. So this is referencing a male figure that I want to talk to you about, Jennifer. A male figure that would have been influential in your life. And this male figure would have really put down some solid foundations for you in your younger years, okay? And what I'm just being reminded to tell you is that, you know, the knowledge that you gain from this person is going to be with you eternally because you've journeyed with them. You've taken on that knowledge. You've learnt from them. You've shared with them. And you've walked that path for some time. And that doesn't just filter away. It becomes a part of you, and it becomes a part of your journey, and it becomes a part of, you know, everything you are and everything you're being. It's like your aura. You know, it all goes through life, and it's like a little magnet that picks up all little specks, and that becomes a part of your genetic makeup or your etheric makeup, I should say. You know, this is just like a blueprint of lessons. The auric field is essentially. So the knowledge gained through passing is immense, okay, for the person passing and also for you that have watched it as well. So I already explained this card a little bit earlier. Again, I'm just going to reiterate that it's time to reflect on the lessons learned from the loved ones that have passed over. So I hope that makes sense for you, Jen. Sending you lots of love, and I hope that's really cool. Hey, how are you? I was thinking about you today. Just want to put out there too, Tammy's just jumped on. Tammy used to be my PA and is a really good friend, and her beloved father-in-law passed away yesterday. So my condolences to her and her partner, and their family as well. Martin. Wow, that's a nice rainbow brolly. Oh, I have to tell you guys too, I have to say this now. You all know little Raya, the sunshine in our lives. Okay, so I have to tell you, yesterday was her awards for dancing. And let me tell you, she cleaned up. Okay, she cleaned up at the awards. She got distinction for her tap. She got distinction for her jazz. The ballet, she got an honorary mention, and she was so peeved off about it. It was kind of cute, but she wasn't impressed. But hats off to the ballet company, because they believe that the Melbourne students had an unfair advantage opposed to the rest of Australia. So they didn't give any medallions out this year because of that unfair advantage in ballet. Then she got another award for something else, and by the time we were going home, we had hands full of medals and certificates and pieces of paper and all sorts of stuff, and the professors correcting my whatever I said. But anyway, I just want to say how proud I am of this kid, because she has worked her bum off through COVID and been stressed out to the max, and she cleaned it up, and is such a beautiful dancer. So we're so proud of her. But yeah, she did carry on yesterday because it wasn't good enough in her eyes, but I don't think anything ever will. She's too much like her mum. I can say that. It will take a few whiles to get up the stairs to smack me one, so it's all good. Yeah, she did really good, really, really well. We're really proud of her. And the ballet company as well, you know, out of all the kids, there were so many high distinctions just from this ballet company. So, you know, she's got an incredible teacher, an incredible tap teacher, and the school is certainly amazing. So there you go. All right, back to Martin. Okay. Pets. Pets, pets, pets. All right, so this is talking about pets. In our case, the zoo. But anyhow, healing is the message that I'm getting from this, Martin. Now, you know, when you have pets around you, their love is unconditional. They don't have any expectation other than to be fed. Um, but even then, you know, their love is separate from that, and they do love unconditionally, no matter what. And you know, if you actually sit with an animal, the energy that can radiate from them is very nurturing, very warm, and very healing. And this is the message that I'm getting here, Martin, is that you need to spend some of that time just sitting in that energy and allowing yourself to heal and recharge. It's almost like just, you know, sit around them, because they're going to be like this little recharge battery pack, and rejuvenate, you know, all of you, your mind, body, and your soul. I'm not sure what animals you have or if you have any, but I really feel that, you know, you could benefit from, you know, being near or around an animal. What are you doing? Speaking of animals, she wants to go outside and it's not happening. Yeah, so that's the message that I'm getting there, Martin. Animals do talk to you, funny enough, and a lot of people will say, you know, can you speak to animals? I think that, you know, every medium can actually talk to animals. You know, they're just like people. I've got a macaw that I speak to all of the time. I just dropped that ball out of my earring because I keep playing with it. And you know, they are very soothing, and they do talk. And not only do they let you know about yourself, but they also let you know about them as well. You know, ours just have to look at us and we know that's food, get up. But I know from working in a healing industry that animals can be incorporated or have been incorporated into healing places as well, like aged care facilities and institutions, and you know, palliative care as well, all of those areas, because they are so healing and so generous with their time and their love and their energy. So it's an absolutely beautiful thing to witness. So anyhow, this is just saying, please sit down, rejuvenate with your animals, give them some time, whether they need a brush, whether, you know, they need a walk, whatever it is, allow them to guide you on the journey for the next week, because they know what you're going to need, if you know, and they know what where you are, not only energetically on your mindset, but animals are really cluey. You know, in paranormal activity, animals are great because they see them. And so if you watch an animal, and an animal always a really good judge of character as well. If your animal hates somebody, there's a pretty good chance why. And then you need to second guess, you know, what about this person? And I never ever trust anybody that doesn't like animals. So there you go, Martin. Lots of love, and I do hope that all makes sense for you. Tam, we will be in touch very soon. So what else has been happening? I'm gonna find my ball off my earring. I think I just dropped it on my shoe. Doesn't matter. I'm changing them anyway. You love horses. Me too. I want a gypsy cob. All right, shall we bring the spirit through? We haven't had one tonight. Let's see who we've got waiting in the wings. Waiting in the wings, waiting in the wings, waiting with the wings. Okay, I have a David in spirit, and the David is connected to Ashley. Hi, Kylie. How are you? I'll have a look in a second. David for an Ashley. I feel like the Ashley's a female Ashley though, or the Ashley's in spirit and there's a David connected, but I've been thrown two names, Ashley and David, and they are connected. I feel one's female, one's male. I could be asked up wrong, but that's what I'm getting. So David is coming forward. He's in spirit at the moment. And what I'm actually seeing with him is I want to put him in his 60s, somewhere there. And I'd say he had a lot of living left to live, okay? But his passing was quite sudden. In comparative, it was quite sudden. Now I'm getting lungs around David as well, so I know that there's something to do with his lungs, because he's showing me chest, but it's almost like you know let me just have a look. I don't know what the connection is with cystic fibrosis, but I'm being drawn there. So I don't know. I don't believe David has it, but it may be something connected to the family, some sort of cystic fibrosis or something that feels like cystic fibrosis. But I'm definitely drawn to the lungs with David. Okay. And I have to place that. May is a month that I need to mention as well. Okay. So David's talking about a month in May, or month in May. May is the month, but sometime in May that's sitting there. Now, to describe this gentleman, he's very casual, okay? He doesn't like any fuss or anything like that. He doesn't like anything like that. That's a really colorful message. Okay. So does anybody place David, please? Okay. He looks around 65, 67, somewhere there. And he does have hair on his head. It looks like it's a kind of he could do with a haircut, actually. And it looks kind of a sandy sort of color, a sandy color. You can take that, Martin. Okay, you can take that. And the chest, can you tell me exactly what you can take from this information that I'm providing you with, just so anybody else that might be listening can understand, because sometimes we get information that comes through and other people think they can place it too. So if anybody's placing any of this, I'm just going to run through it again. His name is David. There's something with his lungs that he's making me aware of. To me, he passed with a heart attack. Okay, and the what is the breathing and the problem there? Is cystic fibrosis or anything like that, Martin, in your family, or is somebody there with it? And is there an Ashley connected to your family? The name Ashley came through with him as well. Okay, sandy sort of colored hair, could do with a bit of a haircut, but definitely a sudden passing is what I'm getting from this gentleman as well. And I think that he's very I guess construction orientated is what I'm actually seeing around him. So whether he's an engineer or something along those lines, but has the ability to work out a blueprint of some sorts and bring that to life is what I'm being shown as well. So I have to place that. Martin, you've got the lung problems. Is it cystic fibrosis, or do you have the oxygen that somebody with later stage cystic fibrosis may have? He had fair hair. Okay, it kind of looks like a sandy colored, blondie ginger color. That's the kind of hair color that I'm seeing. But anyway, I just have to hold that. And the construction industry, does that make sense for him as well? Not convinced that he's with you just yet, because there's so many other elements that we can bring in here also. But he's definitely talking about the Ashley, okay, or the Ashley element that's coming through there. I'm seeing the name Tina also around this person, and I don't know whether that's his sister, or connecting to a sister-like figure, but I have to bring that in, or whether it's your sister, Tina. Ari, get off the fly screen. Wait. There's a bug on the fly screen. Can anybody else place this information? A David connected to an Ashley, and I feel like Ashley's living. I want to reach out to Ashley, Ash or Ashley. I want to reach out to her. I feel like it's a female. And there's something to do with lungs here. I'm being drawn to the word cystic fibrosis as well. Now, I don't think David passed of cystic fibrosis, but it's somewhere in the family, okay? Martin, I've also been told, and this is like quite manky, but really, that somebody that is either need to place this message or get this message has a problem with like fungus on their feet. And it's kind of like a tear or a bacterial infection on their feet, or has just had it like an itchy spot looked at. Does that make sense? Or I'm just waffling rubbish? No, I know my connections, so I have to trust that. Can anybody place that? The month of May is really important as well to this gentleman. He's talking about the month of May, and he's quite casual and approachable. He'll have a quick yarn if you want to have a yarn with him, but he does have a shy side to him as well, okay? And to look at him, he's got a rather large nose, okay? It does suit him though, okay? It's not like it's standing out abnormally or anything like that, but he's saying, talk about my nose, because it was a talking point. So, is anybody placing this yet? I know that somebody's got him. Who's a David? David. Being shown a birthday cake with him as well. So it could possibly be a birthday or a birthday cake. Would it make sense, Martin? I just need to check. Would it make sense that he passed not long after their 60th birthday? You're so funny. There's nothing wrong with fungus on your feet. People get it. It's just a thing. Hi, Naz. Pedro, be nice. He was just 60, yeah, because I'm being told that he just turned 60. So, hi, Jess. How are you? What I want you to do, Martin, is just hang on to some of that information, okay? Because some of it is definitely related to him, but some of it, I do believe it could be connected, and somebody else is just not picking up the information. So, for those of you that are on the banter tonight, on tonight's show, I just want you to listen again as I run through this information. And then I'm going to go to Martin and give him, some messages. And so I've got a gentleman here, and his name is David. Okay, he passed just after his 60th birthday, is what I'm being told. He's not a very sort of like big, tall kind of guy. I would put him sort of like mid, 5'10", around about that height. And his hair color is not dark. It's more sort of like a lighty browny, sort of like to gingery light color is what I'm being shown. Light colored eyes as well, so blue or green colored eyes. And I am being drawn to breathing problems with him, and I'm being told that his passing, or he's telling me that his passing was very, very fast. Okay. So many things got left unsaid, but I think that he was the kind of person that if he had something to say, he'd make sure that it got said, okay? So I have to bring that into the situation. The month of May is important also, okay? And I'm being shown children around this gentleman, and I do see 4 kids, okay? So all different ages, but 4 kids that are coming in as well. So Martin, I know that you can place a lot of that information from David. So I am going to come to you, but I want everybody to listen that if they can place an Ashley as well, then and a Tina, the name Ashley and Tina, that may be relevant to the reading also. But Martin, I need to talk about this, okay? He's also shown me about paving, or something's being paved. Does that make sense with you, Martin? Like there's pavers going down or paving or something along those lines? Because what he's wanting to talk about is make sure the spacing is right in the pavings. Totally random, but I can only sit in the middle and go with the flow, and whatever they say is how it gets said. And he's just talking about paving and making sure the spacing's right in these pavers or tiles. But I think it's paving outside is what I'm actually seeing. He's just wanting to come forward tonight and I guess the festive season always brings them forward, and just to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. He is talking about what a really stressful year it's been for everybody, and just how Martin, everybody near and around you have banded together to get things done. Okay, now I'm not quite sure the definitive meaning of what I'm being given here, because I can only say what they're showing me. But I do see that if it hasn't happened already, then somebody in your family, in your immediate family, is going to need some assistance, whether it's an elderly couple that needs some assistance. But whatever it is, he's telling me the family will band together and make it happen, so you don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to leave that there. We'll move on, and hopefully somebody else can place the other information, which would be fantastic, and then we can give them the further information from their spirits as well. So yeah, there you go. Hopefully we can sort that through. Okay. Does anybody have any questions that they want answered about mediumship, about spirit, about anything at all, anything like that I can answer for you? All right, let me see. Maria had a post down here saying she was new. Message readings for me, please. Thank you. Maria, where are you from? Oh, your mum. Bless her heart. Paving's being done at mum's place. Okay. He's really fussy about the spacing. All right, Martin. So don't stuff it up. It's it's a job he would have done, and he's very particular about the spacing on the pavers. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. They know stuff, hey? They really do. Okay, now where's my thing? All right, I'm just going to pop this across here. Right, there's my website, guys. If any of you want to book a reading, you can jump on there. Click on the different types of readings that I have, and I'll still be picking up readings throughout the year, throughout the holiday break. I'm taking a couple of weeks off, so back around the 4th of January or the 6th of January. But I think that you can certainly jump on and book your spots. And of course, don't forget gift vouchers for those of you that, don't know what to get somebody that has absolutely everything else. Give them the gift of insight, which is always a really nice choice. Hi, Brody. How are you? Hi, Sandy. And don't forget, if you do need to connect to spirit, then just book a reading and we can sort that out quick, smart for you. Or you can, chance it come to one of my shows. But yeah, Brody, I'm really drawn to you tonight. So let's have a look and see what card we've got from the deck here. And we'll have a look here. All right, what have we got here? If anybody wants this card deck, you can get it from Animal Dreaming Publishing, www.animaldreamingpublishing.com.au, I think it is, or .com. But this card is, I send you songs with meaningful words, okay? Now, we all know that messages from spirit come in different ways, okay? They can come in the shape of a bird or a butterfly. They can come in a feather being found on the ground, or they can come in music, okay? And quite often, I will hear music with spirits that come forward. One of the favorites that a lot of spirits use is the song "You Are My Sunshine, You Are My Sunshine." Bells of Saint, what is it? Bells of Saint Clements, is it? Yeah, I think it is. Oranges and Lemons, the Bells of St. Clements. That one I hear all the time. Ring a Ring a Rosie is always, okay, always, all the time. They do come forward with beautiful songs and beautiful messages. And Brody, what I'm getting from you is that there's somebody beautiful in spirit that is wanting to just let you know that they're with you through music. Okay, songs that may have been played at their funeral, songs that may have been played at a wedding, or a song that was important to the two of you that had meaning, and they're just saying, listen to the music. Okay, it's going to turn out when you least expense it. My gosh, I need to pull my teeth out tonight. When you least, I can't even say it. Seriously, it's a fibro day. When you least expect it. There you go. We got it out in the end. When you least expect it. Okay. I send you songs with meaningful words. And, this is so, 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 so true. I've had people come through with specific songs in my time where, it's been Simon and Garfunkel, AC/DC, so many random songs, happening. And it's really beautiful. And, one of my dear friends and somebody very close to my heart passed away around about 3 years ago. And she was a huge fan of, oh my God, what's his name? Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran. And she passed away a few months before her first granddaughter was born, and her daughter had to be rushed in for an emergency cesarean, and the music that they played in the operating theater was Ed Sheeran. So it's absolutely beautiful to know that our loved ones are still there with us, by our side, supporting us, and they let us know they're there through music. And Brody, I think that's really important for you to hear right now. So I am going to leave that one there. Hi Sharon, how are you? Are you close to a road? I see lights across you. Yes, we are. We are. I haven't got my banner up tonight because we were shopping, so I don't have my bookcase banner up behind me. But I will have to have it up for later because I've got a 5 a.m. show in New York, so it'll have to go up eventually. But yeah, we're near a main road, and they do go past there. I'm really well, Tony. Thank you. So there we have it. Right now, where we're going up here. Hi, Katie. How are you? Here's a good one. I love these. I've been woken twice, 2 nights in a row at 3:33 from sleep. I'm not too sure what that means. Okay. Jessica, unless it's a cat tapping on your face, the chances are it's spirit just letting you know, hey, we're just checking if you're okay, unless you need a pee, of course. For years and years and years, I woke up at 3 o'clock, between 3 and 4 or 2 and 3 every single night. And I would just be saying to you, tell your guides to just put up some boundaries and tell them to leave you alone. You don't want that rubbish. You want to be able to sleep through the night. Okay. So I know that you're quite spiritual. I know that you do work with spirit on some level as well. But it's just spirit sort of like making you aware that they're there holding space for you, but they don't need to wake you up to do that, which is a pain in the bum. So yeah, let's sort that one out real fast. Now, where am I going here? Katie, that paranormal night, I'm going to try and fit in for February. Okay, just so you let everyone know. Hey, Jules, how did it feel going in the wrong shop? Oh my God, that was epic. I was so embarrassed because I know that lady too. And I'm just like, oh, I want to die right now. But never mind. I hope you enjoyed the girls' shop. For those of you've heard me talk about Shambhala and Berry and Kayama before, get in there, see Ange and the girls. Julie, one of my students, has been up there today, and we FaceTime her, and Jules was in the wrong shop. So yeah, it was really cool. But I'm glad Julie's up there spending some time with her mum. So hi, Mum. And that's it. Was that your mum I spoke to this morning, Julie? That's so cool. Yeah, just tell them to back off. Backy off, backy off, back off. All right, where am I going to go? All right, let's bring through another spirit, shall we? Oh, that was the shop lady. Oh, so it was. My bad. Yeah, look, it's normal, perfectly normal, Jessica, for people to that have a little bit of spiritualism about them. They'll get woken up at that time. Okay, guys, I've got about 15 minutes left of this tonight's show. So, is there anybody that has a pressing question that can be answered, not in a full blown reading? Okay, because that you're going to have to book in for. But I do try on these shows to give a little bit of guidance where I can to those in need. And Martin Kennedy, Martin, I want to hand over the other aura reading to you tonight because I am drawn to you. I know I've already read for you tonight, but I go where I'm drawn to. So Spirit wants you to have an aura reading, and thus it shall happen. So please, both Martin and Avril, can you contact me with your addresses, please? And I will pop those in the mail tomorrow. And then in the new year, you can contact me and I'll do those aura readings over Zoom for you. So thank you, guys. Just writing it down so I don't forget. There you go. All right, where are we going? No bells today, Sandy. Oh my God, how funny was that? That was so funny. Now, where am I going back to? Where did you go? Sounded like a gunshot. Someone's just getting shot. Hi, Amy. How are you? Kylie. Will your manifestation happen too? You go up here for my other ginger. I have this crazy thing that all of my really good friends in my life are gingers. It's just weird. And Kylie's a ginger that I met recently, and we just had that connection. So I absolutely adore her. So will my manifestation happen soon? Well, the things that go through my mind is I think, what on earth could you be manifesting? Okay, but let's keep it clean for the sake of a public forum. You know, I want to say to you, don't hold back. Okay, don't hold back on that one. When I'm manifesting anything, I think bigger the better. Okay, the bigger the better. And I really feel that you need to sort of like step out of that fear suit and just keep on moving forward. There's going to be a little bit of tall poppy syndrome, okay, from people near and around you. But I just want to say to you that, just keep going. Really have a look at your foundations, because that's the most important thing. Okay, spending time on the foundations of your project, or on the foundations of where you need to be. And once you've got your foundations and you're happy with them, then bang, the rest of it comes too. Now, Kyles, you know the way that these things work. See it as already done. Put it out, and just remember that Spirit will provide it when it's meant to. Okay, so soon. Look, I think it will happen. I want to say mid to for between May and July, I would see something happening in regards to this. Okay, and excuse me, Ariana, what do you think you're doing? Say hi to everybody. No, she's seen a cat or something. So there you go. Look at the face. There must be a cat outside. But anyway, Kyle's ow. I think that that's when that will be happening. Around about that time, and yeah, the mind does boggles. Oh, that cracked me up. It's very cute, very cute, very cute. Kylie saved my ass in Sydney because my mobile phone fell out of my back pocket, and God love her, she gifted me a phone, and I'm forever grateful. She's stunning. Jesse's dropping fur like I can't tell you. We vacuumed up the house the other day, and there was enough fur in the Hoover to add on to another cat. So there you go. It's huge, massive, and I see it's happening. Divine timing. Yes, good. There, you got it. Okay. And I will see you on the 11th of 10th, 11th, and 12th, probably the 13th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th of February, 10th, 11th, 12th, and February, and the 11th of March. I'll be back up there as well because we're at Rachel's. There you go. Ari, what are you doing? Are you going to stand on there and say hi, everybody? Why, thanks. There you go. Buy a Maine Coon. If you buy one, don't expect to get love because, yeah, they do what they want. Yeah, I know you'll be there. We can sit down and have a party at the the dancing. Oh, let's have a look in MX Oz. Will I start a romantic relationship in 2022? I think yeah, but I want to put. Can you stop? Get off. Be naughty now. Sit down. Sit. Sit down. I think September is what I'm getting on that one. September. So yeah, I do feel that around about September there'll be some romance, but I think it's like an internet thing or a long distance thing with some communications coming in first. So whatever that is, I think that it will progress, and you know there will be something coming in at that time. You love my cat. She loves her other mother better than me. Jess, what are you saying? Funny? You're actually going to get one? A Maine Coon. Oh my God. They're beautiful cats. Like they really are. But she just loved my ex more than me. And, you know, the hair, you know, I want to shave her again because she's just she just drops hair. But it's not like hair. It's like wool, like poodle wool, drops everywhere. I'm just reading some of your messages, guys. Just bear with me. Bring in extra bells for an orchestra. My mum-in-law will still hasn't settled in over 12 months. When will this happen? Jenny, I think it's going to be at least another 6 months on that one before development. But it's not going to hurt to keep inquiring, keep the pressure on them, and just keep letting them know that you're, you know, depending on an answer. Okay. So just keep pushing and just keep nudging. You're going to get a Maine Coon. Yeah, look, they're beautiful cats. They really are. They talk to you. I've never known a cat to talk as much. And they're really funny. Like she is hilarious. Some of the stuff that she does is just mental. Like you'll look at her and she'll be flying around the sofa sideways, like in a circle sideways, or she'll be upside down hanging off the sofa or something random. But she's an absolute spastic. And she's bigger than our schnauzer now, so she gives it back as much as she gets, which is really cool. So yeah, so where are we now? We got 10 minutes. Just to reiterate again, guys, I do have readings available. My books are open for 2022. Okay, so I do have spaces available in 2022. You know, there's a lot of shows happening between, you know, January, February, March already that have been booked in. And tonight or tomorrow morning, I'll be doing a show at Lilydale Spiritualist Church in upstate New York. That's via Zoom. I'll pop the details up very shortly on my Facebook page. If any of you want to join that, it is a fundraising event, but it's an early morning. So it's, you know, up at 5 a.m., you know, get your gear on and look half awake, that type of thing. But it's going to be a beautiful event. I love working with my overseas associates, which is really nice. Zoom allows us to do that when we can't travel, which is really cool. Are you able to read people who are a little skeptical? Yes, Adrian, of course. You can read anybody, okay? And some of my most powerful readings have been with skeptical people, and it has certainly turned their head and made them realize that their logical mind isn't as logical, isn't as logical as what you think. So yeah, look, we are all spiritual beings. Our souls are definitely drivers of our seats, and fear is what keeps us at bay. Fear is what makes us be skeptical, because it's something that we're not versed in. It's something that we're not sure of, or that we're not I guess aware of. We don't know how it works. If you don't know how something works, you kind of are a little bit skeptical until you actually figure it out. So yeah, for certainly, I feel like I have some psychic ability. It's like I dream, think, or just know things out of nowhere. Christy, that's really good. Okay, just write these down. Okay, write your dreams down. Have a dream journal by your bed. Write it down, and just see how much fruition does actually happen over the next 12 months. Of course, you're always, you can always join a development group. I do have some spots available in 2022 in my development group if anybody wishes to join teaching. And I think that most certainly, everybody has the ability to tap into their own psyche and work with spirit on a beautiful level. Jessica, you need to be just firm with them and say that's okay, but just step back and let me sleep. Just having a look here. Thanks, lovely. Alicia is asking, will I connect with an old love? I think that you will hear from them, but I'm not sure how deep that connection will go. I want to say old wound, don't open old wounds, just for the sake of, how can I say? Sometimes we remember things, we forget the bad things and only remember the good things. And so I don't want you to open any old wounds for the sake of, I guess, a fake memory or a misguided memory is what Spirit's passing on that one. I didn't realize it was a full moon till yesterday. When we actually went out for dinner and I took a photo of it, and I'm like, oh goodness. I always feel quite busy. Busy, noisy. I can usually hear spirit. I can usually hear the critters outside, and I'm usually a bit antsy, but I actually feel really grounded at the moment in this moon, and that's something very new for me. I don't know whether it's because I'm absolutely exhausted, but still I think that I'm quite grounded, which is very unusual in a moon. So I think it's a pretty good one for me. So I'm actually enjoying the full moon in the moment. And don't forget, guys, when you're coming up to the full moon, then you hit the new moon, and that's when you bring in all your manifestations and all your dreams and wishes for the next part of your journey. And look, let's hope. I mean, there's a funny thing going out that next year is called what is it, 2022, but it's not 2022, it's 2022. So let's change the way we're saying that, and let's put out there that next year is going to be so much big and better for everybody, because God knows we all need to have a really good year and change our outcomes, change our insight, and change the way we're looking at things. Naz, you're talking about somebody passing over, and yes, they are at peace most certainly when they do pass over. They leave all that rubbish from being human behind them, and so the hurts, the fears, the pains, the anxiety, all of that rubbish stays behind because they're human, and so they just go back to their soul form, that pure essence of who they were in that soul being, and they hold space for us in that, in that foundational presence. I always tell people it's like ice. If you look at ice, it's actually water that's been frozen. If you thaw that ice, it's still water, but it's thawed. And then if you boil it, it's still water, but it's steam. It's the same thing. It just changes state, and that's exactly what happens when our loved ones change into spirit. They just change state, still exactly who they were before, but they leave all that rubbish and crap behind them, and they're in their pure state, which is beautiful. But yeah, All right, guys. I would love to be able to answer everybody's messages, but please, over the next sort of like few months, consider having a private reading. You get so much more information out of it. It's very direct. It's very personal. My message is always clear and concise. Okay, I've worked in the industry long enough to know what information to pass across, and for the well-being of a person. I don't predict death or anything like that, because I just think it's so morally wrong. And it's just not the right thing to do, to tell somebody when they're going to pass. And I think my job as a medium, more than anything, is to, I guess, be there and support people and hopefully help them in whatever way I can. Work through their grief, work through their misunderstandings, their karma, and just some of their life lessons. And by all means, I'm not perfect in anything that I do. You all know that I have for many, many years suffered mental illness, and I put my family through hell and back, and I'm not going to deny that. But there's a lot of lessons that I've learned along the way, and if I can learn lessons that I can then apply to you guys and help you move through your life, then that's what I'm here for. And so when booking a private reading, you're going to get the best that I can possibly give you from my life lessons and the guidance, of course, that spirit passes across. So please visit my website, www.australianpsychicbarber.com.au. Have a look at the readings available. Come and see some of my shows coming up. I will put the artwork up for them in the next couple of days. And until then, I will be talking to you next week, guys. Have an amazing week. Don't go too mental with running around for your shopping. And don't forget the people that may be alone this Christmas. Is there anything that you can do that can, to make their world just that little bit easier? Whether it's just making a phone call, checking up on them, seeing if they're okay. It doesn't take too much to make a difference. A smile makes a difference in someone's life. So there you go. Lots of love, guys. Thank you for joining me on tonight's banter. Behave yourselves, and I'll see you all next week. Cheers for now.